Hello and welcome to Carlos and Lisa. I'm Lisa Remillard.
And I'm Carlos Amesqua. Nice to have you here. 4th of July weekend is here. We're in good mood. Got our red, white, and blue on. Not so much.
Yes, prepared. Just a bit outside.
Okay, so on the 4th of July show, we're red, white, and blue stuff.
Right.
How you doing?
I'm great. How you doing? You feeling good?
I'm doing good. You know, had a great meal. It was fantastic.
You did.
Yeah. Demora's Pizza is the best.
Okay.
He imports all of his stuff from Italy.
My people.
The water.
Yeah.
The dough, everything. It's gluten-free. It's the best pizza in the world. It's amazing.
Are you overselling it?
Pizza, huh?
Are you overselling it?
No, I'm not overselling it.
Okay.
I just want to tell you that it was really, really freaking good.
Okay. Note to self.
Okay, note to self.
And you didn't share any with me or bring any for me, just selfish.
I ordered a large meat, extra meat. Pretty much ate the whole thing.
So gross.
Thus the size. All right, but I'm just warming up for the 4th of July weekend because I'm going to consume mass quantities of food, as you know.
Carlos has this thing where he warms up his stomach so he can eat.
I gotta warm it up. I can't just suddenly consume giant amounts of food and hot dogs and stuff. Come on.
All right.
I can't do that.
I would think.
You know, my stomach's usually this size.
I don't think
4th of July, it's this size.
I don't think that doctors would appreciate that, or you know.
Ask me if I care about doctors.
I know, clearly not. But listen, it is 4th of July.
Yes, the weekend's upon us.
Aside from Carlos's, warm up to eating, his gluttony. Aside from that, lots of us are probably going to be, traveling, hitting the road.
Yep, absolutely.
Going to visit friends. So we invited our friend Doug Shupe from AAA here to talk all about what we can expect on the roads this holiday weekend.
Hi, Doug.
Hi.
There. Nice to see you. Thanks for having me in.
Are you going to be warming up your stomach?
I am. You got to get ready for those, cookouts and the barbecues.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
All right. So let's talk about the travel. I mean, lots of people go places to watch fireworks or go spend time with family and friends.
It is, and you know what? We are anticipating another growth in the travel volume for the 4th of July, just like what we saw for Memorial Day. Mm-hmm. In fact, here in Southern California alone, 3.5 million people will be taking a trip of 50 miles or more away from home from Wednesday through Sunday of this week. Now, of course, the vast majority of those are going to go by automobile. About 2.8 million people here in Southern California taking a road trip for the 4th.
So what you're telling me is stay the hell off the 405.
Well, or
right?
be ready for be ready for it.
Keep your road rage in check, people. Keep it in check.
You just go there and park, watch the fireworks. Because you're going to be parked anyway. You're not going anywhere on the 405.
Just plan ahead. Give yourself extra time because we know all of the freeways are going to be very crowded. The 405, the 5, I mean, just about every freeway in and out of the Los Angeles area will be crowded. So we just have to
People not take the whole week, right?
Yeah, a lot of times, that's a good point. 4th of July is one of those holidays where people will take their annual summer vacation since the kids are already out of school and some people are off of work, so they'll take the entire week off to take that annual summer trip.
Okay, so with 4th of July also comes distracted driving. We're going to see a lot of people on the road, like you're saying, record numbers of people. So there's a lot of issues on the road. Distracted driving is one issue.
Yes.
And perhaps people having a little bit too much fun and drinking. And getting on the road. So what
we're encouraging everybody, of course you want to get a good night's sleep, at least 7 hours before a long road trip. Make sure everybody's buckled up before you leave your driveway.
Right.
As you mentioned, do not drive intoxicated, do not drive intoxicated. Keep your eyes on the road. Taking your eyes off the road for just 2 seconds doubles your chances of being involved in a crash. And of course, this is one of those holidays where people tend to celebrate with alcohol. So we're encouraging everybody, plan ahead, have a designated driver, plan to stay overnight for the 4th of July, or use ride-sharing services or a cab company. There's really no excuse to get behind the wheel after any amount of alcohol.
Yeah, I'm the designated driver all the time. I'm happy to do that. Let everyone enjoy themselves drinking because, of course, I'd rather eat than drink. So I said, look, I may feel not so good, but I'm going to drive. I'll be completely sober.
And what better way to have a holiday than knowing that everybody's going to get home safely and you're going to have those good memories to cherish from the weekend.
So in case people don't plan ahead and become intoxicated, I know there's a service that they can.
There is. The Auto Club offers a service called Tipsy Tow. And what this is a free community program which aims to keep drinking drivers off the road. So should somebody need a Tipsy Tow, we encourage you to use it as a last resort because we only offer Tipsy Tow on the 4th and then on New Year's Eve. So, we don't offer it every night. So that's why you want to get into the regular habit of always planning.
How does that work?
So what Tipsy Tow is you can call AAA and request a Tipsy Tow. It's a ride for a driver and a tow of their vehicle for up to 7 miles.
Oh, really?
Now, any additional, it's free, and it's not just for AAA members, Auto Club members. It's for anybody that needs it.
Okay.
So we do encourage you to plan first, but if as a last resort you have no other options, you can call AAA, request that Tipsy Tow. There are certain exceptions, though. Now, it's a one-time, one ride for the driver, no passengers, and a tow of their vehicle only to their home or a hotel where they're a registered guest. It's not to go to another drinking establishment. It's to get home safely.
Well, because that's oftentimes one of the things that they say, well, I don't want to leave my car somewhere, so maybe I'll just get in the car and drive. So that makes a lot of sense to have.
That's one of the most common reasons why people, they don't want to leave their car behind for fear of it being cited, getting a ticket, or getting it broken into. So really, if you have no other options, then certainly you can call AAA for that.
Well, I'm a AAA member, of course. I'm a premium member. So, and I know, and I have the number. Of course.
Okay.
I want to be able to be towed to, unlimited miles. Yeah. But you got to have that number in your phone because it's important to be ready to go. So you might want to plan to put that 800 number.
And for the Tipsy Tow, it's 1-800-400-4AAA. 1-800-400-4AAA.
Okay. One last thing I want to talk to you about, which is an interesting study that AAA just did while we have you here, and people are going to be on the road again, is about people driving under the influence of marijuana, which is, even though it's legal, alcohol is legal too. It still is a problem when you're behind the wheel.
It absolutely is. The AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety just did a survey and found that nearly 15 million Americans admit to driving after recently smoking marijuana. Typically marijuana will impact your abilities within 1 to 4 hours. We're talking about people that are actually smoking marijuana and then getting behind the wheel within an hour or less. And they just don't think.
They think they're okay.
They think that they're okay.
They're not okay.
Right, you're right.
But they're so relaxed, they feel confident, they can walk, I've seen it, and you just go, what are you doing? You can't drive. Let me call you an Uber. They get really angry.
Yeah.
And the thing is, look, you're going to have to take, this is when being a real friend matters, when you say, sorry, I'm going to take your keys, I'm not going to let you do that.
Just like you would if it was an alcohol impaired driving. The same survey also found that 70% of American drivers don't think that police will actually pull over and cite someone who's impaired by marijuana. When LAPD, any law enforcement agency will tell you they are now really stepping up the enforcement for that with specially trained drug recognition experts.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah,
because out there people are saying that the breathalyzers don't pick up marijuana.
Right. There's
we
no
talked
blood
about
alcohol.
this a couple years ago. You and I,
So these officers are trained, and it's a special training that they go through, and they are experts, and they're out there on the roadways looking for marijuana impaired drivers, just like they're looking for alcohol.
So we want folks to have a good time, be smart, do these things that Doug's talked about.
There's lots of opportunities and there's availability. Tipsy Tow is a great program that you guys have. Like you said, you only roll it out twice, and there's a good reason why you do it on 4th of July.
Plan first, but as a last resort, you can call the Auto Club.
Thank you, Doug Shupe. Appreciate it.
Nice seeing you. Happy 4th of July.
Have a great 4th of July weekend, and we'll be right back. Be safe out there.